Utah is known for its amazing landscape, particularly when you get down south into the Red Rock country. We have more state and national parks here than any other state in the country, and yet so much of the most amazing landscape and scenery is in the remote areas that aren't hard to get to and actually come very close to where the national and state parks are. In the upcoming videos, I'm going to show you places in Utah that are absolutely incredible and yet don't draw the same crowds as the state and national parks do. So stick around because the next videos are going to be all about Utah and its hidden treasures. Let's get started. So we left our home near Salt Lake City and drove down to Spanish Fork and then followed Highway 6 over to Price, Utah. And just south of Price there's a rest stop and we dispersed camp there for the night. The next day we got up and traveled down to I-70 and over to Highway 24 and down to Hanksville. So while we were in Price, we found a dog park to let our dogs out first. We're always on the lookout for a dog park or a park that's dog friendly. Our dogs are traveling really well, even though they're both under 2 years old. But we like to get them out as much as possible and to get ourselves out as well and just stretch our legs. And this was a great opportunity with a fantastic park in a city that we know fairly well. So our dogs had a great time. We stretched our legs and planned our first overnight stay, which is in that rest area south of Price off Highway 6. We found great boondocking with an amazing sunset. It was staggering, and what a way to start a 12-day trip. It was truly a sign of wonderful things to come. You'll notice that both our dogs have bells attached to their collars, and that's so that if we can't see them, we can always hear them. Our dogs have wonderful recall, and that's why we can feel so confident about letting them run around and pick where they go. As long as they're in sight and whenever we call them back that they just come, we're happy to let them roam where they want to. It's great for their own sense of self-direction and responsibility to make sure they know where we are and that when we call them, they come. But they also orientate themselves back to the camper as well. They'll play for a while, they'll run around, and then they'll always come back to the camper just to check on things. So after a wonderful morning spent out on the east side of the SanRaphael Swell, we decided it was time to head south towards Hanksville. So we picked up Highway 24 and we passed by Goblin Valley. We had decided not to visit that place this time as I'd been there just last year and we wanted to get into the southeast corner of Utah and explore areas that we hadn't been before. So if you're ever in Hanksville, there's a wonderful place there to get burgers and to fill up with gas. It is the most expensive gas that we found on our trip, but that's just what happens when you're out in remote areas. So if you're ever there at the Silver Eagle, there's a wonderful place to get burgers and fries. By all means, stop there. And the next morning we drove a little further south and we came across a place called Little Egypt. When we noticed this on the map, we had no idea what it would mean. But when we got there, we were amazed at how similar it was to Goblin Valley State Park on a much smaller scale and without the crowds. There was one older couple camped there and we had the place literally to ourselves. So we went for a wonderful hike, filming while our dogs ran and played. We'll end the video here and pick it up on the next one. There is so much more for us to show you of our amazing trip to southeast Utah. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have any comments or questions, just leave them below in the description and I'll be glad to answer them. But until next time, stay safe and remember, follow your dreams and make them your reality. Bye for now.